There you go. Go ahead.
Okay, well, you were saying you need to interview Kensington Jeeves, and I was going to say interview Sonny Atkinson or his son, whoever is still alive. Through here is the Atkinson Housing Co-op, and originally one of them was involved with local gangs and stuff and reform. He was in a TV show about people who got out of prison and stuff like that, or prison TV, something like that. Anyway, and somebody involved with that was commenting about gun violence in the area, saying that previously there actually was a power structure in gangs which would tell people don't kill this person, kill that person, and what you have today is a lot more of random youth violence as opposed to like specific operations. Now take that as you will, maybe they're both equally bad or something, but that's what he said. You should interview him. Yeah, Mr. Atkinson. There's a mural of him down here, we'll see it.
And,
one of them, I think the dad is not around anymore, and the son continues the kind of line of thought, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. I just know it's the Atkinsons, who this co-op is named after. I saw at least one of them on that TV show he had.
And how do you feel about this ostrich effect?
Well, I mean, I think more about the bystander effect than the ostrich effect, but I guess they're closely related, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I'm not too fond of the bystander effect. I mean, I learned about it at a young age from Officer Vicky in VIP in grade 6 in Barrie. The officer came to the class and taught us about Kitty Genovese dying because nobody gave a fuck. And we were all like, that's horrible. And she was like, you're correct. You're smart kids. You know that it's horrible. And I was like, okay, so like, what do we do? And she's like, well, you have to know that your normal reaction is wrong because this is what people normally do. So don't, you normally do what you normally do. Not in this case. You have to have a special thing. You've learned something today. You override it.
Would you feel that kind of correlates with the NIMBYism effect? Like not in my backyard or kind of like broken window or slippery slope?
Yeah.
This is the Atkinson complex right here?
Yeah.
Atkinson Housing Co-op.
A million times probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on our way to One Connemara, the first 24-hour dispensary window in the world, they claim. And I think I gave them the idea because I definitely told them they should do that, and they definitely did it. But I don't get a cut. I just shop there.
Mm-hmm. They used to sponsor me when I did the walk in the park.
One Connemara?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're a couple $100 and like some t-shirts.
Yeah, they're way more culturally involved than the government dealers. Oh my god. They had like events and stuff, and they used to run a spot there. All of the weed venues get shut down by the. We're
looking at this here. So this is a housing co-op, but they cut down a huge portion of it, and they're putting up some sort of condos. So
yeah, I forget where exactly
do you think this has an influence on? My phone's getting really wet. Can I get under this umbrella?
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Yes.
So do you think that has this housing co-op? Where people are getting pushed out? I mean, do you think that people are putting their heads under the ground and they're putting in the condos?
No,
and what's going to happen with that?
People. It's more of like demo eviction. They just didn't bother repairing it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still boarded up units, and some of them were like, well, these are in such disrepair now that we have to do something. And that's over, I think, on the west side of here, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now I got myself wondering where exactly that mural is. It's down here somewhere, I think. This is, of course, deliberately confusing to walk through because it's not really for through traffic. Like, it's not designed to have like the whole city walking through here all the time, which is why it's usually a pretty chill walk, actually. There's not a lot of neighborhoods, I guess, with that design. It's just like cars driving by your house all the time.
How long have you
live here? There's no cars driving by.
How long have you lived in the market for?
Oh, fuck. Spiritually, a long time. My mother spent her 20s in Toronto, but about 10 years, and I lived in the annex before that when I went to U of T. There were a few years in between there when I was out on the east side.
Mm-hmm. And do you teach piano classes and you teach, I believe, computer sciences?
Programming. Yeah, computer science, piano science.
Piano science.
That's the way I teach it. It's a bit like piano science.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. We got. Oh, pardon me, please. Here, get a little sidetracked. So, do you think that these kind of complexes are on their way out to make way for bigger condos, and then what's going to happen to the people, because I believe this is a subsidized housing, right?
I think just a chunk of it. No, the chunk that's going already had people moved out because it was under repaired.
When you say under repaired, does that mean like not sustainable for human habitation, or?
No, it's not through there. I don't know the details how bad it was. There's a similar unit on whatchamacallit, just across from Toronto Western, where Sherry used to live. She knows, actually, she interviewed, speaking of Kensington G's, talked to Sherry and asked her about that building she used to live in. It's a similar story where there's not really repairing it, and that'll eventually give them an excuse to demolish it or make this or that claim. I think it must be over this way.
From
So I have
grass.
to go anyway. Or get your phone under here.
Absolutely. All right. Excellent. We're nearing the 6-minute mark here. This is fantastic. I'm getting spooked. This is fantastic. This is good. Well, how do you feel about having a meeting tomorrow? We can.
South edge of it. Yeah, we can do that.
It's fantastic.
Here must be over here. You say you have a limited battery on there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make sure we make it to this mural. If it isn't, then it can be in this
Well, it's
last
good. It seems like a
section
bit of a
here.
labyrinth all around here, right?
Yeah, I deliberately don't learn it. It's nice to get confused once in a while when you're out for a walk.
Why do you think? Like, so there's a lot of open space right here behind us, as you can see. So why do you think that the encampments? Why do you think the encampments are not being placed on the territory of the co-op housing?
Well, it's pavement for one thing. It's not a park. It's not a very nice place to set up a tent.
Well, I mean, the
I wouldn't set up a tent there.
do you think that there's
Also, the parks have nobody living there other than people who have no other choice. These are people living here who are paying rent, you know? So it's a bit more of an imposition if you're going to put up a tent here. Plus, there's probably some local unofficial authorities that would be like, what are you doing here? This is our neighborhood. Because it's maybe not. There certainly would have been that way in the past, though.
when you say local unofficial authorities, do you do anything by that specific?
Oh, probably just echoes of old tower structures. I don't know anything specific at all, but it's just you'd expect that an area like this would have some OGs, as you say, who would be like, why are you tenting here? Why can't you tent in the park?
Yeah.
And maybe they do. Maybe they have some people who take it upon themselves, you know?
Indeed.
This is the park section of it, right?
Just thinking, we're right here. There's a Chinatown Center right there. We've got some bins here. Some busy doing their thing. Parking lot. There's school here. Does the school belong to the complex here?
I don't
Is
know.
that the mural over there?
That is a different mural.
Oh, okay.
That's a good example. Here's,
Right.
this is also a different one. No, this one.
Okay.
Sonny Atkinson.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
This mural was created to honor the community work of Sonny Atkinson, who was a longtime resident of the Alexander Park community. Sonny dedicated his time to making this neighborhood a better, safer place by settling disputes, improving street lighting, and breaking down unnecessary walls in the community. But not this one. He needed this one. He was also instrumental in making the Alexander Park housing project into a tenant-run co-op. The Atkinson Co-op was named after Sonny Atkinson for his contributions to this community. That's what I'm trying to tell
Alright,
you.
there you
This
go.
mural knows more than me.
And there you go. There you go. There's fantastic.
Yeah, take a good look. But yeah, he has some video stuff you can look up online.
Interesting.
Criminals and stuff like that. It seems like a very constructive
Losing audio.
guy.
Losing audio.
Seems like a very constructive guy.
Excellent. And then after this, I'm actually gonna go speak with someone
Skip around
by
this
the
way.
name of Jungle Jim,
get
who
the
lives in the
one-time bar.
Atkinson complex. So
Really?
we'll
Well,
have
that's a
an
perfect
interesting-
segue.
Absolutely. So if you want to walk me down there.
Jungle Jim will know. Well, I gotta get the weed first. So it's over here.
Over here?
I'm sure back in the day you would probably stop here to get it. I gotta
Right?
go to one ton of there to
All
get it.
right. Yeah. One in there. All right.
But
Okay.
it's
So
2 steps away here.
like, oh, my phone is giving me the green light of death.
Okay,
All right.
let's-
So there's
let's
Chinatown
pause that.
Center right there, and then we've got the mural over here. That looks like could be a new mural. No idea what that is. And yeah, we're just we're getting there. So fantastic. Please state your name, sir.
Oh, AdamGolding.ca.
Adam Golding. Anarchist piano lesson.
Yes.
Fantastic. Also one of my best friends and saviors. Just look up for Adam's amazing. All right. Cheers. This has been Sonny J.